Yearly recap, 2018.
V12 Lifestyle.
What did we do?
Well, Drive Road Rally.
Drive Road Rally. We went
That's where we met. I run Drive Road Rally. We did 4 of them that you were a part of. We did the one in the spring, the Kraken Run, the Salt Lake City Time Will Tell, and then the Denver. And we drove all the way to Denver with 18 miscellaneous cars, and we got pulled over at 150 miles an hour.
And the cop was literally the nicest police officer I've ever met.
Yeah, didn't even ask our names.
Yeah, he was like...
He assumed correctly that we ran the rally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, I get what you're doing. It's cool. Stop cutting people off. Slow it down a little and have fun, basically. And we were like, okay. And then
we proceeded.
And
I went to jail.
Yeah. And then in our group message, we posted, I'm going to have to go bail James out of jail. And then we went silent.
For an hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, everybody
all the way
panicked.
to almost Denver. We were just outside of Denver before we told anybody that we were actually okay.
And we only told them because we started catching up and passing everybody.
Because obviously going slow didn't make any sense to us.
But it did for them. Some of them were kind of mad at us.
Everybody went, from then on, from the time they heard that I went to jail, everybody went 70 miles per hour the rest of the way.
Except for us.
Until we caught them. Until we caught up to them. Then we did the Dirty Dozen. Literally, it's no care
disregard.
To live. Yes.
I don't want to talk about that.
The echo flip. Anyway, when Zach and I decided that we were going to start working together, the first thing that came up was, hey, James, which I guess is now Hey Hard
Drive.
Right.
Countachs are the best.
He asked me, he goes, can we get a Lamborghini? And I was like, of course I could get a Lamborghini.
He's not joking.
Which Lamborghini you want? And he was like, a V12. And I said, okay, so we need an Aventador. So I hit up a good friend of mine that we moved from Denver to here and asked him if we could take out his Aventador for a few days, and he ended up letting me take it for a week.
Yeah.
And in that week, we took it to the track.
So we raced the Aventador S.
W12 against the V12.
Yeah.
And the Bentley, gosh, that SUV probably weighs 40...
billion pounds?
40,
yeah, I would say
40 billion.
There. Yeah, 46 billion maybe.
Yeah, you can accurate. That's
it's huge. Believe me.
Yes.
But it's awesome.
And the Lambo weighs quite a bit too.
Yeah, but they're almost the same horsepower. The Lamborghini, I think, was...
Oh, no, I think there was like 100, because we were like 749 in that Aventador.
Okay,
and
so
you
maybe
like
100 horsepower difference.
620, yeah, something like that.
But the point is, we drag raced, and
I lost.
Yeah.
I lost. In the Lambo against the Bentley, I lost.
Which is a twin-turbo W12, but still, maybe we can find the video of
I have it.
reacting and saying, what was that?
Yes.
I was in shock that I just smoked him.
Yes. Then I set up a video shoot with Red Racer. Check him out, Red Racer Video, and his madness of a Camaro.
Yeah, it has as much horsepower as the Bentley weighs, I think.
Yeah.
Between the Bentley race and then reality, James discovered thrust mode.
Yes. Oh, yes. So I didn't have thrust mode against the Bentley. And yeah, that was crazy.
It's
so
a game
then
changer.
I found thrust mode and raced the Camaro. And yeah, that was like all hell was unleashed. Like
it would have destroyed the Bentley. Yeah. That was the sad part. Because the Bentley just launched and took off.
Right.
But the Lamborghini in just normal Corsa race mode was, disturbingly fast. But
yes.
In thrust mode, there is not a more accurate name.
No.
That's what
I can't
it
even
is.
describe it. You have to be in it.
It's a spaceship.
Yeah.
Or you gave Megan the Sweet
Tooth
Tooth Fairy.
Sweet Tooth Fairy. Yeah, we took her out and she hated it.
Okay, so I'm in this Lamborghini and I'm not scared for my life, but how does it do that? Oh my gosh.
Hated every bit of it.
She was nice about it, but I don't think she enjoyed it.
Yeah, no. I don't think she'll ever own a Lamborghini anytime soon.
But she is sure sweet.
And then we got to do something really cool. We went and took Jackson out
Yeah,
and got to
so
meet his
that was
family.
really cool.
That was neat.
That was probably one of the coolest things. And this kid had some health issues, was struggling with
His
some
family
stuff.
asked us to come out, and
Yeah,
he loves Lamborghinis.
Yeah, he hadn't spoken in 3 years, and his dream was to drive a Lamborghini.
Well, to be in a
Years.
Lamborghini, right?
Yeah, to
He
be in a
wasn't
Lamborghini.
quite, right.
And so, anyway, we made it happen. It
Yes.
was an amazing experience, and his reaction to James punching it in the
won't forget
Lamborghini
it.
is amazing.
It was
Like the
amazing.
face he makes, you just feel like, okay,
Right.
my heart just melted.
And then James Burke gave him his jacket.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing. Like literally, no joke, we all cried.
Yeah.
So James Burke, international racing sensation, James Burke the champion. One of the perks, I guess, to being a Lamborghini race car driver is they give all the drivers a special
really
jacket,
fancy jacket.
So you can't buy them. The only way you can get it is Lamborghini
to be a race car.
gives it to the drivers of the cars. And so at the end, James is like, "Should I give him my jacket?" And we were just like, "Okay, if you want, like that's a pretty big deal." Yeah. And so he did.
did it.
And then he signed it, and it was incredible. The whole family was there. He had a bunch of sisters. It was cool.
So then we went to
Atlanta. To Radwood at Grid Life.
Yeah, and we stayed in an Airbnb, which I didn't want to do. I did not want to do. He convinced me to do,
And then it
I
turned
went
out-
and I booked it, and I was pissed, and I flew first class, so I felt better, but I was still pissed. And we got there.
It's disgusting. Actually, from the outside, it's like, okay, it's
Well,
orange.
we actually dealt with it. It wasn't too bad when we first got in. Like, it was when we got downstairs is when the issue was. And then the kitchen was like busted up.
Yeah.
The floor was coming up.
It
and
was
then-
nasty.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Clearly nobody had lived here or been in this house for quite a while. And then you go downstairs and there's spider webs and spiders
Everywhere.
everywhere.
And this is the area that they advertised that there was a theater and a place to
yeah,
hang
there
out, which
was
is
a theater room
And a pool
table
that the spiders already made
and
their home.
spiders and a
And then the bathroom.
oh my gosh. It was like a Silence of the Lambs bathroom. Or like that movie The Cell.
There was a section cut
J-Lo?
out of the wall.
That
the
was this
drywall
bathroom.
that you could take somebody into.
Yeah.
And yeah, it
There
was
was a secret room and the toilet had like poo-poo all over it.
smeared.
Just everywhere.
Yeah,
It was
that was
disgusting.
crazy.
The ceiling was falling down.
But we stayed.
We stayed a night.
And
It was horrible.
it was horrible. And I woke up and the light was on in my room at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was creepy.
And I didn't turn it on, and my door was closed, and then it was open. And James Burke was awake at the same exact time, saying he had issues, which was crazy. But we stayed, and then we went to Grid Life.
Yeah, and Grid Life was
Yeah.
amazing. It was so fun.
I've never seen one of these in real life, and I love it.
Battle number 2.
But I don't know if we can express to you how creepy and haunted this house was. Because
We'll show you a picture
so James is taking pictures of the place.
to send to the Airbnb to
Yeah.
get the refund. And we have a picture of the ghost, so you can check that out there.
So we get out of there and we're going to the hotel. We're all freaked out. It's the middle of the night. We're like, we are not staying here. There's ghosts here. It's haunted. And we're just heebie-jeebies. Gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And James got us the hotel at Sonesta. And then he's like, I left my glasses there, you guys.
I'm gonna go back and get it.
And he loves these glasses. And he literally almost leaves them everywhere. But then what he didn't know was that the next morning, when we got back to Grid Life at Road Atlanta,
Yeah.
James Burke and I found them on the grass in the tent. And we thought,
We're gonna prank James.
how good is this? So what do?
Yeah, tell them how that went.
We get this kid that's with us who has a Georgia number to text James and say,
You were like, I can't believe you said those things about my house. and yeah, I'm going to find you.
I'm going to find you. And what does he do? He immediately retorts and attacks her back. And sends her this message of basically, how dare you threaten me? I'm James Hardwick. Blah, 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 paragraph proving my point.
That was not how it was at all, but
Yeah,
yes,
it was.
continue.
It was. That was how it was. We took it so overboard that the kid that was texting her wouldn't do it anymore. He was freaking out because James was freaking out. And then James Burke and I were so undercover that we started freaking out. And then what do?
I was ready to get in a fight with this woman.
So we set the glasses on the table, and then we go across the road from our tent and we take a picture of us at the tent and text it to him. Akima is here. And what does he do instead of being reasonable and having a reasonable reaction?
The way he just showed up.
Starts deciding, am I gonna fight just Akima? Or am I gonna fight Akima and a bunch of dudes? And he's looking, he's scouting the area. You guys, okay, I'm ready. And James and I are just kind of panicking at this point, wait.
They had forgotten that they were pranking
is this
me.
real? Is she really here?
I was gonna go.
And then Christine's no, you guys made that up. And we were wait, yeah, we made this up. This isn't really happening. And then we had to tell him. But he was ready to fight whoever. He was going to defend our honor.
Shit. Not your honor, my glasses. Elite tuner.
Elite tuner. To sum it up, here's not a video of us winning 2 tug of wars in a row. Yeah. Elite Tuner is a car show that's awesome. Stance cars, blah, blah, blah. We went with 8080. We had our booth and 8080 together. And I guess a thing they do at Elite Tuner is they get the crews Envious and these other car crews, and they can challenge each other to a tug of war. And so, whatever reason, the first 2 people called us out, and we beat them. But the best part, which
they cheated.
I just wish we had a video because they cheated. It was supposed to be 3-on-3,
and they ended up having 5,
and we had 3, and we were still winning.
Yes.
And we were gonna win, but it was kind of iffy for a second, and then I just hear yelling. I hear pure emotional rage. God, they're cheating! And one-handed, he grabs the rope right as I pull even harder.
This is what he's saying. That was not the case at all. It was totally me.
Whatever it was.
I pulled all 5 of them.
Whatever it was, the instant he grabbed the rope, we all got super strength and just pulled. And then the whole place was just wild. And we won. It was awesome.
So then we went and did Nitro Circus.
Yeah, Nitro Circus was amazing. They had a 80-foot motocross quarter pipe.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was insane. They were jumping the cars over the thing. Tanner Faust was there. He's pretty cool. The best part, though, by far, was
the fact that Bucky Lassick came to the booth twice.
And he's our best friend
And I
now.
still haven't ever seen Bucky
James
Lassick. So I
never
don't
met
think that
Bucky.
he's real.
He is real.
They keep talking about him. I grew up watching Bucky Lassick. But I don't think that he's real.
He is real. He's the coolest person. And so at Nitro Circus, they were also doing drifting. So D-Spare and Salt City Drift were doing a drift demo. And Bucky's we want to go drifting. And so we talked to Josh and everybody, Josh Hadlock and Brandon Wicknick. We went over there and he's oh, do you think my friend Jason could come? I was oh, yeah. He's Jason Ellis. And I was dude, yes. The answer is yes. I'm going to ask anybody, can Bucky Lassick and Jason Ellis come drift your cars? The answer is yes. And it was amazing. But the best part of that was Lance's face got covered in exactly half of mud. It was hilarious. From his him hanging out the window while they're drifting.
This next year, you're going to meet more of Lance.
Yeah, Lance is awesome.
We like Lance. Then the $500 Ferrari. So your project, tell them about your project.
Yeah, so everybody's like, why don't you just take a $500 car and make it a Ferrari? And I was like, I bet I could do that. I could totally do that. So then I bought a $500 Audi, a 93 S4.
Garbage.
From the original owner. It only has 97,000 miles on it. It's been sitting for 11 years. I got it running. Watch the video. I'm going to sell it and buy something else till I get a Ferrari.
Which is going to happen next year.
Yeah, hopefully February-ish. I may or may not have already sold the car.
Oh, I haven't even seen it and it's already gone.
Tyson saw it.
There was a joke in the office that I would never, ever see the car, and it's probably going to be true.
But Tyson rode in it. It is fast. It exists.
Yeah, apparently
I did donuts in it in the church parking lot.
Then we got some pomade and some new
we
beard
finally
oils.
came out with pomade, some new beard oils.
So we're excited about that. And then we're excited for next year because we're going to own a
It's gonna
Ferrari.
be even crazier.
And I can't even tell you all the things that we're going to do. It's going to be...
Mind-boggling.
But yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Anything else?
Finally over.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which is most of what we did last year.
That was a good exit.